Hey YouTube, it's Brenna Lee Turner from LeanSecrets.com, and today I'm going to cook you breakfast. This week I've gotten a lot of questions about healthy breakfast. Since I did the video on 10 reasons you should not eat wheat, which I'll put a link to right here, everybody's freaking out because they can't eat cereal, they can't eat toast. What the hell are they supposed to eat for breakfast? So I'm going to show you right now some awesome, delicious, healthy breakfast ideas for you. Yes, I have a diet plan that comes with a cookbook that has tons of awesome breakfast ideas, but today I'm going to show you some breakfast ideas that maybe you haven't seen before. So the three magic rules to creating a healthy breakfast are 1, protein, 2, some kind of fruit and or vegetable, and 3, it has to have at least one source of raw, healthy food, be it fruits, vegetables, or any other raw kinds of foods, which I'm going to show you right now. So the first recipe is going to be pretty simple. You got your Greek yogurt, and a word about dairy in Greek yogurt. Some people are lactose intolerant. If you're lactose intolerant, obviously you wouldn't be doing this recipe. But if you're okay with dairy and you don't have any kind of super lean event coming up, like a wedding or anything, it's okay to have dairy, and you can have a serving of dairy every day if it doesn't bother you. So everybody's different. There's something called biochemical individuality, and that's just a fancy way of saying one person may be able to eat dairy, another person, it may make them retain water and hold body fat and get a runny nose and all types of other stuff. I can do Greek yogurt, I can't do regular milk. You have to listen to your own body, take a couple weeks and just see what works for you. So this recipe calls for 1 of these little cups of Greek yogurt, which has 20 grams of protein. Rule number 1. So I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love granola, and I love granola in my yogurt. But unfortunately granola has oats in it. I personally cannot do oats, and I know a lot of people cannot do oats. Oats have something called prolamines, which act very similar to gluten in your intestinal tract. So I'm going to show you guys a healthier version of granola, and this is actually much healthier than oats. This is called Original Granola by Raw. It's a company called Go Raw, and these are raw buckwheats. And I know you're thinking, whoa, what the hell, wheat? No, it's not wheat. These are buckwheat oats. Buckwheats are in no way related to wheat. Buckwheats that are raw and sprouted are actually very healthy. And I actually really love this brand of buckwheat. It's wonderful tasting, a little bit sweet, but not very. There's a few dates in there. I really, really like this. And it's raw. So that's 2 of our rule requirements. I'm just gonna put about an ounce of the buckwheats. I'm going to put a little tiny pinch of coconut shavings, about 4 or 5 almonds, and some raw goji berries. Goji berries are very, very healthy, high antioxidant value, and when you get them raw, which means they haven't been cooked at high temperatures, they have plenty of enzymes. So I'm just going to sprinkle some goji berries on there. Some people like sweet, some people like it not so sweet. So it's all up to you what you want to do with it from this point. I'm going to put cinnamon on mine, and I'm also going to put just a little tiny bit of coconut nectar. This is going to replace honey, but if you have raw honey, maybe a 1/4 of a teaspoon of raw honey or something like that to sweeten it up. And I'm just going to finish it off by slicing an apple in half and just chopping that apple up into tiny little squares. The apples and the cinnamon, I feel, really complement each other. But if you want to use oranges, if you want to use grapes, if you want to use raspberries, blueberries, whatever you want to do. Okay, the next recipe is for those of you who don't have a lot of time in the morning. There's a lot of people who skip breakfast, they get a bagel on the way to work or something like that because they don't have time. But really, you can make this in the amount of time that it takes to drive through the drive-thru, order your food, sit in your car, eat it. Just make this really quick if you don't have a lot of time. So this is just one way that you can do a protein shake. You can really do anything you want with a protein shake, but I'm going to show you a very special couple lean tricks here. I'm going to put a little bit of the almond milk, and I'm using unsweetened almond milk. You don't need to use regular milk. Milk has something called lactose in a very high concentration. It's got about 12 grams of sugar that you don't really need. It doesn't have much vitamins, minerals, nutrients in it, so you don't have to worry about that. You're looking at the spinach, and I know that you're scared, but don't worry. It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna use a scoop of J-Rob whey protein. You can use egg white protein. You can use also a Vega Whole Food Optimizer. That's a vegan protein. I'm going to throw some salba seeds in here. These are also known as chia seeds. Wonderful source of energy, very long lasting. This will keep you going till your next meal and you won't feel hungry. It's going to give you plenty of fiber and all the good fats that you need. So I'm going to put about a couple milliseconds worth. We're very scientific here. It's probably about a half a teaspoon. Then to sweeten it, I'm not going to use any kind of sweetener. I'm not going to use stevia or Truvia or anything. I'm going to use half of an orange, this little tangerine, or what is this called? Organic Murcot. This is like a very sweet orange. I'm also going to use frozen raspberries. Frozen food, it's still raw. If it hasn't been cooked, then it's still raw. And you really just eyeball this. Do you want it more like a smoothie? If you want it more like a smoothie, then you would add more fruit. Why am I adding spinach into this sweet protein shake? First of all, a lot of people don't get enough vegetables throughout the day anyway. But the more vegetables you eat, the more calories you're gonna burn while you're just sitting at rest. It takes your body energy to actually digest the spinach. So you're getting a very good source of protein, antioxidants, all that stuff. And you won't be able to taste the spinach, I promise you. You are going to be shocked. Some of you are gonna look at the texture of this and be like, huh? But honestly, it's very, very good and sweet and filling, and this is the perfect breakfast if you don't have a lot of time and you just need to get something down. All right, so a lot of the messages that ask for breakfast ideas said, please don't talk about eggs. I don't want to eat any more eggs. You guys are hating on eggs. But I suspect that maybe because you guys aren't cooking it the right way. That sounds so bad. I know you guys know how to cook eggs, but I'm going to give you another idea of what you can do with eggs. You don't have to just eat plain old scrambled eggs. So the next recipe I'm going to show you is a breakfast burrito. And what you do is you use 1 egg, about a 1/3 cup of egg whites. If you can swing it, get organic brown eggs. We'll talk more about that in a future video, why you need to eat brown eggs. But for now, just know that you should be getting the organic brown eggs if you can. And I'm also going to add a tablespoon of something called nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is a source of vitamin B, but it's also like breadcrumbs. Have you ever gone to IHOP and eaten the scrambled eggs there? Don't lie, I know you have. But anyway, so the eggs at IHOP have a very special kind of thing going. And also the eggs at hotels. Have you ever had hotel eggs and thought, damn it, why can't I make my eggs taste like this? It's because they use flour and they use some kind of batter in there. But if you add nutritional yeast to your eggs, it's going to give it a fluffier texture. They're going to be more like restaurant eggs. That should help with the texture. They're not going to be as leathery and rubbery and slimy and all that. And I'm going to use a tiny pinch of sea salt. Also, I'm going to be using the Italian herb season grinder. This is from McCormick. You can get this at Jewel or Ross or whatever. Not Ross. Oh, the West Coast grocery store. Rogan's? Is it Rogan's? I don't know. You guys put it in the comments below. I have no idea. I went to California a couple times and now I can't remember. Anyway, so grind up some Italian herbs in there. This actually tastes a bit like pizza. Okay, now come over here so you can see what I'm doing. So the key is you cook your eggs on a low heat. Make sure that you don't overcook them. In France, they supposedly cook their eggs on such a low heat that it could take, you know, like a half hour to make scrambled eggs. By the way, this is a little tiny bit of coconut oil. That's gonna add a little bit of richness and like a buttery texture to the eggs. And really, it's not gonna take long. It should take about maybe 2 minutes, if that. Once you see they start coming together, boom, that's it, they're done. Okay, so I'm gonna use some brown rice tortillas. So go ahead and toss your eggs in there. And I'm gonna add some halved tomatoes. These are raw, just a little bit of spinach. The breakfast burrito is like a go-to breakfast for me. I'm not big on sweet stuff. That's more savory, and I really, really love it. It hits the spot. I think it'll hit the spot for you too, so let me know what you think. If worst comes to worst, remember, it's always okay to grab a piece of fruit, a little bit of a protein shake, and head out the door. All right, you guys, so that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and until next time, I will see you soon. Hey, guys. Okay, bye everyone, bye. Don't forget to check out my Facebook and Twitter and leansecrets.com, obviously. Ask me any questions there, and other than that, I will talk to you later. I have a bunch of food to eat. Just kidding. Just kidding, but it all looks really good.